Wow, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder just nabs 2 sports Emmys tonight for his performance with Tyson Fury on Showtime and the whole buildup on All Access. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. Let's jump right into it. Deontay Wilder, his profile seems to keep ascending and getting higher and higher, and he's building his whole repertoire and his worth, really. And this is an important topic in the sports because he's been offered different amounts from Eddie Hearns and John Skipper with DAZN, and a lot of people had a lot of things to say about should he have taken this deal, should he have taken this deal, his relationship with Showtime, why stay true to them. Well, old media is not gonna like this because this man just won an Emmy. He says, man, what a weekend, a crazy KO, and now I just won 2 Emmys tonight. At Showtime, we did it, baby. Congratulations to all of us, and it's a team effort to make the magic happen. Thanks to the whole Showtime family. There's so much more to come. I'm so frustrated. Eddie Hearn. And he's at the National Academy of Television, Sports and Sciences, holding up the 2 Emmys. Bomb Squad. Really happy for Deontay Wilder. He seems to be getting a lot of mass appeal. There's him and Wifey, and they all smiles. I mean, why wouldn't they be? He just had an impressive knockout that's going global, going viral, trending everywhere. Was on YouTube, trending number 2 today. But when it first happened, it was number 1 trending on YouTube. You have everyone from Conor McGregor, you'll do none, to Joe Rogan and people who don't routinely always cover the sport of boxing talking about what happened at the Barclays. I was there. I was fortunate enough to be part of history. He also set history for, being the one of, 10 or under fighters with 9 or more consecutive title defenses. There's him with Steven Espinoza holding the Emmy. So it's not just Wilder, it's the whole Showtime crew. And it was a Deontay Wilder. He was the A side. Tyson Fury, it's looking crazy for him. He's about to fight on ESPN. I don't know if ESPN, any of their boxing related material had, received any type of honors like this, but he just did interviews today. He's in New York as well. And he was talking about how Showtime didn't have enough viewership and they didn't have enough, whatever money. So he took the ESPN deal. But it looks like PBC has been putting on the biggest fights from what I can see. Now they just won 2 Emmys for their broadcasting series, Fury or Wilder versus Fury All Access. So Showtime can't be that bad. And then you see the Showtime crew and, I'm sure cinematographers and writers and just different people that it took to bring it together. And you see Wilder in the back taller than everybody. So, this is great news for Wilder. It adds to his portfolio. He's had a lot going his way recently, from the victory, that literally was a big punch heard around the world, to him and Steven Espinoza and everyone with Showtime.
Official lucky charm, either that or Jody Heaps. We're going to have to keep him around for the 30 years. Thank you again on behalf of everybody who doesn't get to come up here, most of whom are up in the upper seats, in the edit rooms, in the fields. The people who don't get the credit, this is for you. Thank you very much.
So that's him.
Official lucky.
So they got another one. And, it's funny, too, because a lot of people hate and they say Showtime's going out of business and, they're getting out of the boxing arena. People like Eddie Hearn, people have suggested this. But this is not the first time they've got sports Emmys. They got one for the Floyd Mayweather-Canelo fight, the epilogue and whatnot. Just great sports docuseries and capturing it. So this makes Tyson Fury, in my opinion, look extremely bad because let's see if ESPN gets one for Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz. Let's see if they get a sports Emmy next year for that, or any type of awards for that fight that nobody wants to see. Says the sports Emmy award for outstanding editing sports special or series goes to All Access. And they got 2 of them, so congratulations. Also a bad look for Eddie Hearn. Look, outstanding edited sports series or special. This is a bad look for Eddie Hearn and old media, really, because Eddie Hearn has, what is the other one for? Edited sports event coverage. Wilder versus Fury epilogue on Showtime. You know what I mean? And look, I didn't even know Wilder has his own baseball card, but I used to collect Topps baseball cards. I guess they do commemorative boxing cards. And it says Deontay Wilder with another impressive win. Collect the Topps Now card of the moment with the limited amount autograph relic cards from Bronze Bomber. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't even know they made boxing cards. I just know them for like the baseball and I think they had comic cards or some shit. But yeah, it's going on for Wilder. I'm happy for Wilder. I think this is a good look. And this all goes into play and comes into play for his future. He gets to secure that bag because he's obviously sought after. He could be like, this is just like these boxers, a lot of them come from inner cities and streets and, you know, just rural areas, things like that. So this becomes their resume, you know, when they have to try to get a raise or when they want to get taken to the big leagues and demand pay-per-view or whatever the situation, to be the A side. These are the accomplishments that they have to like kind of secure in the bag to get the recognition. This becomes their resume. This is their job history. Like, yo, DAZN, you know, they're gonna, let's say they speak again to Wilder. You offered me $100 million. That was before I won 2 Emmys. So now you come back. I just knocked someone out, went viral with that. And Dominic Brazil knocked him out in the first round, something Anthony Joshua didn't do. Anthony Joshua took 7 rounds. I took 1 round, went viral. It's trending everywhere. Plus, the day later, I won 2 sports Emmys. What's up? Show me that bag. You know, this is great for Deontay Wilder, too, because his star power keeps, like I said, ascending. It keeps rising. And he's really, in my opinion, becoming one of the biggest stars in boxing. He has like highlight reel knockouts, charismatic. He has something. He's just a likable person. You know what I'm saying? Like he's talking about at the press conference. Go listen to my coverage. You know, the video I did. He's giving insight on life and life lessons. He's a down to earth person. Like he says, the realest champ in the business, and he's becoming that people's champ. You see the crowd. I was there at the Barclays. It was lit. You know, for the main event, 13,000 people like that. And everybody was up out of their seats and yelling. And, you know, you heard the decibels go up in the Barclay after that. And he keeps doing that. So the Barclays, he's not even from New York, but that's his second home, you know. And this was some bad blood. And it was a barometer fight because Joshua had fought him. Joshua's fight with Ruiz, we've known for weeks who his opponent was. I haven't really heard much about it. You know, the undercard's not really generating much hype either. So when they come back to the table for either a Wilder Fury 2 fight, you know, or Anthony Joshua, guess what? They're going to have to come correct because Deontay Wilder has a belt, longest reigning champion. He's setting history with that by having so many consecutive successful title defenses. He's becoming a show. And like I said, the plan has backfired. I've been saying this, new media. You guys know on my channel, I've been saying the same thing over and over. Eddie Hearn and all old media, their plan to make Deontay Wilder, you know, microscopic has blown up in their face entirely. He has his own clothing line. He's walking out with Lil Kim and 50 Cent. He's going viral with these knockouts. He's doing good at the Barclay, 13 to 14, 1,500 people. Tyson Fury fight in LA, you know, had a good turnout. I was at that fight too. There was 17,000 or 18,000 people there, and it keeps going up and up. They're talking about Wilder now. Everybody in my comment section was blowing me up. In fact, Wilder fight got more, to me, airtime after his fight. Look, people sending me memes and stuff. It got more airtime than Canelo versus Jacobs. Canelo's supposed to be the biggest star on DAZN, biggest star in boxing. And look, they're talking about it everywhere.
Dominic Brazil that the ref stopped the fight.
They talking about, did he stop the fight too early?
The ref stopped the fight too early.
Dominic Brazil, I just hope right now there's a nurse or something.
I can't show it for copyright reasons.
With their hands around your head, soothing you. Because this is one of the enormous punches in the history of the sport. My God, he caved his whole head in. And he says, my legs were under me. How do you know he went tumbling back into the ropes? Tony, is that, you've been watching boxing 60 years.
Yes.
How many punches you seen harder than that?
No, I can't. I don't think I've seen anything necessarily harder. There would have been 45 seconds left in the round, and Wilder could have actually killed him. And we've had that discussion. Wilder said, I can do that, and it's legal. And
So as you guys hear, they're on ESPN on their regular sports department talking about this. People, look, this is my whole comment section. All these tweets, a lot of them have to do with Wilder. Look, shout out to my dude. You know, and the reality is Canelo Jacobs ended. It did not make this much noise. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not. It's what it is. People are nonstop talking about this particular fight, saying it's a knockout of the year. He just won 2 sports Emmys. Once again, old media's plan is horrifically backfiring. You have, look, this is all primarily focused on the fight. You know. People got up. It's the punch heard around the world, the knockout heard around the world. And like I said, people are going to have to come correct. All that Eddie Hearn walking around streets of New York. Oh, who knows Wilder? Well, guess what? He's in New York. He just won 2 sports Emmys. Now you got to put that in his portfolio. You know, walking around with the camera asking random people who pass by. Look, shout out to my dude. He helping this new media movement. Minder SP says, Boxing Ego, I'm keeping track of all the analytics, bro. The world going to regret sleeping on Wilder. I'm not even putting this. This is Ego's Army sending me this shit. He's #1 on Twitter and trending in America. #1 trending on YouTube. CBS clip is at 9 million and it's over 10.1 million now. When I did a video the other day, it was at 4.5 million, like right after. Bleacher Report clip is 2.5 million. This is the other day too. And 1.7 on House of Highlights clip has 3.1 million views on IG. 300, his IG follows went up. Look, we got everything documented. New media style. These are all the statistics, all the analytics. Look, trending. Ringside audience members' reaction is priceless to Wilder versus Fury. Look, all the numbers. This is Bleacher Report. You know, they got 2.3 million. It's probably went up since then. Look, 3 million House of Highlight, 3.1 million on Instagram. Everybody watched this knockout. Joshua fought the same man and nobody even cared. You know, it was not nothing that people stopped doing what they were doing. They got to stop sleeping on Wilder's star power and his growth as both a fighter and basically who he is as an entertainer too. Look, people sending me them Brazil Retro 11s. They got new shoes. Brazil got his own shoes. It's memes after memes and different stuff. I'm telling you, Wilder is getting bigger and bigger. And I'd like to thank new media and Ego's Army for riding with the cause. We've seen the unjust treatment, you know, the inequalities and double standards, and we stood for something. And I know we played a major part getting the recognition. And then Wilder, he kind of did the rest with his charisma, his knockout ability, and, you know, his fighting style that people seem to complain about. Right? Look, they're comparing Wilder to Thor, saying he has the power of Thor. You know, this is just what people are talking about. Look, Haha Davis the other day did a parody and he got 1.6 million. People is eating off of this, you know, performance. And then now to boot, he just got 2 Emmys. I mean, this is just incredible for Team Wilder. Things are really starting to go his way. And I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him because it's been a long time coming. You have a lot of people and a lot of negativity talking about his legs are too small. Who cares when he's producing knockouts like that? Why would you be worried about a man's legs if he can knock grown ass 260 plus pound, 6'7", you know, men out cold? Technicians like Luis Ortiz, southpaw, which is dangerous style still to this day for anybody in the heavyweight division. And he's stopping people like that. Y'all just got to bow down and take the L. Wilder's out here winning, you know, both in the ring and outside the ring. Shout out to Wilder on his sports Emmy. You know, he's trending. He's the man right now. And the torch is slowly being passed. Everyone keeps saying Canelo's the biggest star. Guess what? Wilder's bringing something different. Where he's fighting in America, I told you, Canelo should have, You know, he could speak some English, but he should have been pronounced by now, because that would really help for different audiences. Because this man Wilder, even though he be making up his own words and shit like that, I'm so the frustration, you know, I'm so frustrated, the manifestation have begun. You still know what the fuck he's talking about. You know, everybody that lives in America that speaks English knows what Wilder's saying. And, you know, him and his team in Showtime, they're receiving the benefits, reaping the benefits from the programming, the charisma and stuff like that. Tyson Fury, he's part of it. So, you know, shout out to him. But Wilder was the A side. He really that's why Tyson Fury's looking bad too, because Wilder really resurrected Tyson Fury. Because before, look what Frank Warren had put him in: Francisco Pianetta and Safari. He needed a dance partner like Wilder to produce that type of performance that people would respect, and a name that people respect. Nobody was really checking for Pianetta and Safari. We watched those fights because we started hearing rumblings that, you know, he could be fighting Deontay Wilder. That's definitely why we watched the Francisco Pianetta fight, and Wilder was in attendance, and then they brought him in the ring and shit like that. So he owes it. Tyson Fury's out here acting like he's self-made and he did everything by himself and beat mental health and all that by himself and just resurrected himself and brought himself out the grave. But he really didn't. You're not self-made, because that was off the back of Deontay Wilder's championship belt, him being a good dance partner and also knowing how to sell the fight and yelling at each other, and him damn near knocking you out, and Jack Reese waking you up, and that whole, you know, crazy scenario in the 12th round, 2 knockdowns. That was the culmination. And the people that have been backing him, like Showtime. That's the other issue. And I could do this all day. A lot of people say Wilder is stupid for not going to DAZN. We'll see if DAZN won any sports Emmys, because Showtime did. You know, you're saying, oh, DAZN's stupid, he should have left. So he just got to abandon everything that he's been working for, like a company that's been with him by his side since he's been a champion, for 9 title defenses before he was champion, put him on the card. He just got to abandon everything for Anthony Joshua, you know, and they're trying to sell us Anthony Joshua versus Miller that no one asked for. He fails drug test. Then they get 5.5 weeks for Andy Ruiz. We'll see how his fight does, you know, and you're not going to trick us by flying a whole bunch of people and a bunch of UK media and a bunch of UK fans. We're going to know who's American in the crowds and who's leaving on Sunday or Monday. Let me know what you guys think. Wilder, his profile is definitely blowing up, and he's demanded this. He said he's not worried about Eddie Hearns and Anthony Joshua, and it's going to backfire. And I do believe, because I think he has options. He could fight Luis Ortiz and then Adam Kanowski, stuff like that, and then fight Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua. And by that time, who are they going to be fighting in the meantime on their network? You get me? So I think that's the game plan. Same thing with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. I think there's an ultimate like an end game, like the Avengers, that Al Heyman's doing. Like, okay, Joshua, he fronted on us. We got you. Watch this. And they're going to mess around and put Wilder in big crowds and big situations like this to win. And the fans, I believe, are going to get behind him because of who he is and what he's representing right now. Tyson Fury doesn't have a knockout style. He's not like an exciting fighter to watch, given any style. No matter who you put Wilder in, the fights are exciting. No matter who you put Tyson Fury with, the fights aren't exciting. The Safari and Derek Chisora, those weren't like scintillating fights or anything by anybody's standard. No matter who you put Wilder in, the shit, I'm looking at the retweets go up. So old media got some explaining to do. I can't wait to hear the bullshit Eddie Hearn tries to come up with to minimize all the success that Wilder is currently receiving. If you speak it, you can achieve it, and the Lord will help you receive it. Whole media looking crazy right now. Once again, shout out to Team Wilder and his family, the Showtime family, Steven Espinoza. Job well done. And, you know, new media. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.